What is up, fellas? Welcome back to the live stream. How are you doing? We're just getting fired up, getting ready to get started tonight. Good to see you guys. We have a couple of folks we've not seen in a while. Zach is back. What is up, Riley? We're going to be running mostly World Drift Tour Street tonight. We've got some Death Wish garage cars as well popping into the lobby. We're starting out on Daikoku PA, which is a nighttime street-style drifting environment by the modder Soyo. Pretty cool stuff. Then we're going to be going to Sumisudo Kart 2018 for some classic circuit tandems. And then later, when we switch over to twitch.tv/KameTrick for the Twitch half of our stream, we're going to be doing two brand new tracks. One is a circuit called Drift Hill, and another is the new Union Island map, which is a huge free roam. Shark Attack, good to see you, man. How have you been? I'm doing pretty good. Thankful tonight. Thanes, I saw you hop in straight away into the server before I saw you in live chat. Welcome back. Jaden, oh dude, we got some of the OG crew rolling back in. What's up, Brandon? Welcome to the community. Shinox, how are you? Oh man. Dragon, how are you doing? Watching the streams for a few months. Handbrake coming tomorrow, very good. Shift Note, hey, welcome. Welcome. I do stream on Twitch as well. It's just /KameTrick, and I basically do an hour and a half on YouTube and all that. Hour and a half on Twitch every Friday starting at this time of night. For anybody who's new, in chat, always feel free to help people that come in because I won't see it straight away sometimes. This is what they need to do. That information is always in the description of the video as well. So just tell them to join the Discord linked in description. Go to KT announcements after they do the whole spin up the server thing. Learn to obey the rules, all that jazz. Doing good, Shark. Awesome, man. Awesome. Oh, I'm doing good because I got to drift IRL a couple of weeks ago. I guess it was last weekend. Maybe the weekend before last. I don't know. Time is flying. I feel like I lost half of September. Just kind of got stressed at work, got busy with one IRL event, and before I knew it, here we are halfway through the month. Excuse me. Sorry about that. What's up, Big Docs? How are you? Oh man, the LEDs, that was cool. That was a music video shoot. Unfortunately, the video itself was not approved by the editing team for the artist, but it was a full video, which is out there on the internet in random locations. Champion, how are you? Welcome back. Day one of waiting for a drift Porsche and Assetto. We'll have to get one made up for you at some point. I do want to do more stuff with just the entire mod cars, get some more variety out there, all that good jazz. Brandon, new sub here. Work nights. I'm on break right now. Want to go home and join? Yeah, man. Hopefully things will work out where you can join in a session at some point. Right on. Also want to thank you for helping me learn to get into sim drifting. Hey, my pleasure. I'm happy to help. I'm glad to hear that. That is what I'm doing it for. I mean, I do need to expand the channel out to more broad subjects to a small degree and be able to get more eyes on the channel, because that'll enable me to do more content creation and to invest more into everything, because basically everything the channel makes, which is not a ton, but I invest all of that either into gear. That's why I've got good lighting, I've got a better microphone, I've got all this fancy stuff to control my stream with, or I invest it into stuff for the real drift car so that I can bring IRL content to you guys. I know a lot less people care about IRL stuff, but still, it's near and dear to my heart. It's something I want to do. Jaden can't stay long. Right on. Well, we will try to get a little something going for you here before you bounce. Shark Attack is saving for the T300, which is an excellent wheel. I highly recommend it as far as like a good yet affordable wheel. It's probably the cheapest wheel that I'd say is good for drifting. Shark, when you do, I have affiliate links in my description. I think I'll get like 20 bucks, so do me a solid. Tom says, I get my new wheels soon. I have to show up for the Aussie Boys. Yeah, man. It'll be red. Have I ever like hosted an Assetto Drift comp? Not yet. Shift note, I play in 7680 by 1440. Let me check. for... I never even check that stuff. Render stats, where are we? Where does render stats even live? This says I'm getting 40. I feel like that sounds really terrible. I'm just gonna drive around for a second. This claims 42, which sounds miserable. I don't feel like it looks that bad, but who knows? That's what it says. I might have to look at that at some point in my life. I mean, clearly it doesn't impact my ability to drift, at least much. But that is a story for another time. Let us roll into our map for the night. We are going to start out at Daikoku, PA. This is a groovy little track, and we're going to go straight into triple monitor clips. So hold tight for just 1 second while I get equipped. You know what that makes me think of? For everybody who's old school? OG Mega Man. Like the single-digit Mega Man games. When you would defeat one of the enemy robots and you would get their special attack that you could choose to use. It would say, get equipped with, and then whatever the attack name was. Good times, the goodest of times, even. NES Vibes, bro. You have no idea. Alright, let's see how our stuff looks. Oh man, I kind of hate to pull that Sandia Speedway footage down, because as much as I hated not being driving out there at that moment in time, it was so fun to get those films. Alright, here we go. Looks like everything is reasonable. Alright, rad. I'm going to slide this out the way. You know what I'm missing? I'm missing these. I thought it sounded awfully quiet. Here we go. Whoop. Okay, so here we are at Daikoku. Let's do a little driving here. Now, I don't practice these maps before I go send it. I basically just figured out during the live stream, because unfortunately that's just kind of how things have been for me lately. And by lately I mean for like 6 months, maybe 8 months, maybe a year. Just kind of checking out the stores, seeing what we got. Classic Japan stuff. Alright, here we go. Pretty rowdy. We've just got folks street drifting everywhere. Oh, nope, that was a little too much. Or rather, not enough. So as you'll see, there's going to be parts where this map has turns that are far faster than I think. And I either have to bail or just have a bad time. Or there will be turns that are far tighter than I think, and I'm sure I'll wipe out there as well. Doesn't really look like we're going to get out over here. This looks like just more parking lot. Forgive me for not actually being familiar with Daikoku IRL. Jump scare. Indeed, man. Dragon, I don't think that links are going to get let through by Automod, but you can post that up in the Discord and the AC help channel and just ping the guy who's looking for help or have them post up. So apparently you can run through all this jazz, and hopefully we can... No! We cannot slide out. My car is so gangster low that I can't even climb that, which, I mean, realistically that would wreck our cars. Mega found a way out over here. I don't know how he did it, because it's not letting me out. What's up, Spades? Be sick to have AC Daiko community. Tasha's bro. I agree. I'm sorry, I'm saying bro a lot today. I don't know why. I'm just in a little bit of a hype mood. Oh, we're screwed. Alright, so that didn't work. We're gonna get out of here eventually. There's Thanes. We'll follow Thanes. He made it out of the parking lot. He's doing better than me this morning. Or evening, depending on where you're at. Hard to follow when you don't know where the track goes. Never decide if he's gonna... Ooh, threading the needle a little bit there. Oh god, I knew that was gonna happen. I don't do a whole lot of track racing. I do toge grip stuff though. This map is Daikoku PA and it is in the Discord. There is what you need to know. Take a good hard look, because I'm on a boat. Trying to figure if I can actually fit between any of these. Oh, there's a little needle. We can thread the needle. Not quite enough. Alright, we're gonna get it next time. Alright, we gotta get as far down here as we can. There we go. Actually pretty hard in a fun kind of way. Oof, my bad. Maybe you're bad, but I'm not salty about it. All right, let's get a train going through and see if we can't get a big team threading and shredding of the needle. Here we go. Not the worst. Toge is mountain stuff, yeah. I think I got a tap. I did get a tap. Well, my wheel feels really light. I think that I got some suspension damage. Yeah, I did. I'm gonna have to bail. Still, that was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. Bonk, bonk. Pretty sure that there's shit up here where we can't actually go very far. I'm even going the wrong way because, you know, I'm American, whatever. Gaijin smash. Everybody's gonna be pissed at me now because I'm definitely leading like a huge army of people the wrong direction. I don't even know where this goes. Oh, you know this map from 5M, that's cool. Yeah, here comes our mandatory turnaround. That was pretty cool. We do have several people that run G920s. I'm not running powerful enough cars as usual. Blind turn. We all did. I guess this is what it would be like to come down actually into Daikoku. It says here's the exit. Oh god. Well, hey, at least it wasn't me this time. Oh. Car is actually dead. Interesting. Mitch, we have a settings Thrustmaster, settings Logitech, and settings Fanatec channel on the Discord for this reason. Let's see, I gotta figure out where I'm trying to go. My lawful good side wants to actually drive on the correct side of the road for at least a few feet. Dude, Grant, I agree. I had no idea it was going to be like that. Car centipede is not going to work. I was going to go around that, but then I realized the centipede was too long. Hey Mitch, thank you for the super chat, bud. I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope that we can help get you sorted on settings. Almost got it. We're gonna get that in a minute. It's like probably not really possible, but I'm gonna make it work. It's gonna happen. Hey, there we go. We need more power. Listen to this car. Let's do some more goofy stuff. Alright, we'll get it. I am looking forward to Forza a little bit. I know that it's not like the realism that everybody probably appreciates most about my channel, but it's still something fun. It'll also be the first time a major title for drifting, or where drifting is kind of popular, botched that one, is going to be released since I have been doing YouTube. So, I mean, we'll see. It probably won't work, but it would be really cool to have an opportunity to make content around that title when it's actually new instead of something when it's all old. I still haven't ordered, I probably should. Of course, I should really get like Forza Horizon 4 and just get the gist of how physics even feel in that game. Fourth gear entries. I don't know where we're entering exactly, we're just... drifting. We're out of gas. How not to get caught by the cops. I don't think that the auto mod will allow link posts, so probably not. But if you check out my Discord, there's a pretty handy tutorial for that stuff. Got distracted. Hey, we'll see. Yeah, this is Assetto Corsa. I need some other people to follow. Gonna go watch FT. Right on. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in for a little bit. We'll be doing track change here in a little while. Be a curb. Those are just hard to see. I am not used to figuring out where those are on this track. Hey, what's up, Sweaty? Yeah, I know C Toretto. We have tandemed and done several collab videos on my channel. thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I needed to go faster for that. Might as well use third gear. What is up? Tips for transitions. Have a belt drive wheel first and foremost. That was some kind of a lag thing. I lost force feedback for a second. But yeah, step 1, buy a belt drive wheel. Step 2, anticipate all the transitions by making the car transition when you want to, based on what you do with your right foot. Yeah, this is a pretty slick map by Soyo. He makes good stuff. Let's try to catch up with that group. Too hard there. Somebody new from LSS. Candy Craze. Screen curse right away. That's what we're gonna give you a pass on that one. I feel like I want to join, but at the same time I fear I crash into people. I mean, to be fair, I crash into people a fair bit. Like, I don't try to. I try not to, but it happens. Especially on these maps that are not circuits, that I have no idea where the maps go and you can't really see around most of the turns. I mean, I can't tell you if this is a really slow corner or a really fast corner, so you just kind of guess, and there's a degree of chaos that you kind of just should accept, I guess. Start a car. So these are World Drift Tour Street Pack cars. Along with the Daikoku PA map. For street drifting goodness. I think we've got the beginnings of... Oh, that's going to be a bad time. We have the beginnings of Little Track there. Juice, I use a Fanatic handbrake, which you can see right here. It's off camera most of the time, but I keep it street style as opposed to one of the big pullbacks. It's already broken once and had been replaced, and when it goes out again, I'll probably just get a no-name eBay one because they seem to be all about the same, or possibly a Royal Simtac because Chris seems like a good dude. Yep. What's up, Rick? How are you, man? We are just cruising, a little screet on the street. That's alright, it happens. Well, sort of. Shout out to my buddy Mikro. Oh, too fast again. I'm starting to learn this loop. Intentional 360? Maybe not. Let's see what else we got over here. Let's just cruise. Yeah, wheel alignment's borked. Got a fresh car. Yeah, the right monitor could be. Could be. Fits into the realm that I call good enough. At least at the moment. Got that huge base on the bottom of that column. Not very friendly. Stack of pallets. Here. Man, you just never know how tight the fence is gonna be. What's up, Jovan? Shuriken, thank you. This map is Daikoku PA. FB, how are you, dude? Checking out the BNM handbrake. Okay, I don't think I've seen or heard of BNM's handbrake, so that is worth a look for sure. Can we fit under here? Technically, I would think that you could. Hey, I actually ducked a little bit. That was kind of fun. Send the wheel back to Fnatic. Oof. Oh, we're dead. I've only had a couple of wrecks in my car in real life, and every time they go like that. Like, my passenger's like, what, we're gonna crash? And I'm like, yeah, no, we're hosed. Like, get your hands in the vehicle, make sure that you're not gonna bite your tongue, like, get in position. Hey, what's up, Chaser? Here is the deal on how to join the server. As far as starter wheels, Rick, here are my thoughts on that as well. Oh, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to be in the way of everybody. I'm going to check real quick, see what time it is, how we're doing. It is 9:39. We got a little bit of time, but I'm probably going to, well, we'll do one more little set. Disco Potato. Nice, nice username. I get the reference. Well done. I think I've seen you in here before at some point, but it was like quite a while ago. Yeah, I've seen the bezel free kit. Somebody was telling me that you can make your own as well. My monitors are 32-inch and they're curved, so I don't know if that would work or not. I mildly am interested in trying it. It would be cool, but I don't know if it actually will. Yeah, man. I decided I would just kind of send it. Does this connect around? I don't even know. I started on a single 32. Yeah, I know what it is. I just, or do you mean like the DIY ones you can buy on eBay? Sure. If you have no idea what you're doing at this point, then you should probably watch a few of my videos in the How to Mod AC tutorial playlist. The game is multiplayer capable by default, so that part is not a mod. I have no idea where this gent is going because I don't know what I'm actually doing. Oh, okay. If you're on Discord, DM me a link to one of those, and just so I can take a look at it when I get a chance. I'm gonna park it next to tires on fire. Man, those curbs. I just don't see them. Oh well, it's time for track change. Anyway, I'm gonna take 1 second. Lose the GoPro. And there we go. Alright. Time to do our track change. We're going to be rolling next to a classic circuit track because I enjoy the kind of free roam stuff. I'm testing some things out during the live streams as far as just exploring maps, honestly, because I don't have time to do that any other time. But I got some little special events that I want to do for the community when I get opportunities to, and that is part of why I've been running so many open world maps lately. So eventually that will come to fruition, but in the meantime I'm just testing things out, feeling up the vibe of tracks and like how they flow, if they flow for these open worlds, if they have enough complexity. I think Daikoku is one of the better ones for what I'm eventually going to do. It is currently under wraps. Alright, we have got our new server coming in. What's up, Bella Tunes? And this is going to be Sumi Suto Kart. It is a classic circuit. You have good visibility. It is a nice, fairly even set of speeds, basically third gear entry, second gear track for awesome tandems. We should have some pretty good chase runs out there. Asus does take 32s. Okay. Seems like it would be tight, but worth a shot. Alex Lamb, good to see you, man. Thanks for the great vids. I went drifting last weekend and actually killed it because of sim practice and your advice. Awesome. I mean, I know that it works because I do both, but I always love hearing that other folks are finding that same benefit and able to, you know, affordably move past a lot of the bullshit noob stuff. Because when you first, like, when I first got into drifting back in the day, there wasn't a simulator that was worth practicing on. I don't know if good belt drive wheels were out back then. Probably not. And so, at least not like decently affordable ones. They were probably all direct drive priced because they would be such uncommon things. I think I started sim driving on a Driving Force Pro or something. It was like a PS2 wheel. Little tiny thing, felt like a child's toy. But I mean, it's better than nothing, of course. Anyway, when I was getting into drifting in real life, all that I could do was take my real car out to a real event, watch Drift Bible for like 4 hours the night before, and then just press all the buttons and spin out a lot until one time I didn't, and go, oh, I should do that again. And, you know, trial and error my way into it. And that was costing me time and tires and frustration. It's frustrating to learn to sim drift as well, but it's so much easier. You don't spend, you know, 2 hours or 4 hours or however long driving to and from these events and being stressed about breaking your car. It was good times. Yep, Driving Force Pro, man. That's the classic one. Garage Monster, how are you? Houston, God, Houston is like quite a ways away from me. But I don't think I'm gonna make it out of state this season. We're still sort of letting things simmer a little bit. I've got an unvaccinated family member in the house, so I'm kind of trying to keep it like ultra chill this year. I think next year things will be sorted on that front, and just my family situation will be a lot more favorable for me to travel more. I did buy a trailer last month, so I'm now able to do that, which is awesome. But it is going to probably take me until 2022 to be able to make out. Yeah, I posted on Lone Star because I do want to drive with the crew again. I've got more enthusiasm than I've got practical ability at the moment, because I'm trying to keep the family happy, and they're a little bit more like COVID scared than I am. I mean, I'm very respectful of science and whatnot, and I'm trying to be as careful as I can too. But just that, and you know, various other things. I've got a little one who is quite a handful at their current age, so I'm not able to just disappear for like all weekend and camp out like I used to without it putting a huge strain on my lady. So there's that. Disco Potato, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. You know what I haven't done? I haven't busted out the sandboard. Thank you for your support. Oh man, I needed to do that last time as well. But I think we're ready. Let me make sure that our map refreshed. It did. Let me get in here. Just gonna hit this join button. As soon as this joins, I'm gonna drop the password into the Discord. I know you guys are waiting eagerly. Sorry about that. Password is invalid. Way to go, me. Make sure I didn't just typo that. Passwords are not listed in the YouTube chat. They are on the Discord. Read the video description. Alright, here we go. That time the password is not typoed, so that is a good call. Bulk. I'll see you guys in there. Alright, we're all set. I'm gonna roll 2 GoPro triples again. I'm actually really excited for the 2 new tracks that are coming up during the Twitch stream. But of course, one thing at a time. Alright. Man, speaking of Lone Star, that's Aaron Losey in the Corvette that I'm nowhere near, but I catch up to by the end of it. Those cars have like 100 wheel horsepower on me and 265 rear tires, and I'm on 245s. So my car is just not all that quick during the fast parts of the track, but as you can see, I'm able to stack up with the homies in the tight section for a little bit before they start to leave again. I was actually kind of impressed at my car right here for not getting completely obliterated. I mean, obviously I'm getting slowly gapped, but it could have been worse. Probably Aaron is getting held back by the lead car because his vet was pretty quick. But there we go. Okay, we are back. I'm making sure that the alignment on this camera is still decent. I just feel like it's twisted a bit, but that's acceptable. That's gonna go down here. We're gonna pull back up, chat. Good to see you guys again. Dark Pigeon. So GT86s and FRSs, they don't have the best power delivery out of the gate, so you're probably going to have to boost them or engine swap them if you want to do more than like second gear kart track stuff on tiny tires. Nothing is wrong with that, by the way, but like don't assume that it's necessarily going to be the car to go out and keep up with, I don't know what, S chassis with engine swaps or E30s and E36s and E46s, especially if they are powered up. Same for the Zs. It might be a little slow is all I'm saying. But I've driven them and they feel pretty good in drift. So chassis-wise, there's a lot of capable chassis that are just not very powerful until you get that sorted out. We're just going to cruise for a little bit. Try to get slightly warmed up here. Not feeling that. I'll just wait for some folks to start. We'll follow somebody out here. Here's Rootkit with the Speed Demon and BN Sports kitted out S15. We'll see how that goes. Sheena, welcome back. Punted. It's listed in the Discord, Alex. It is Sumi Suto, like that, but I mean just hop into the Discord to get the download link. Per the instructions up on the screen right at this moment. Just gonna wait for somebody to come by that I can join in here. Slowly catching up to Cynical here. Did not expect that much brakes. Shuriken, you're coming? Awesome, man. I'll look for you on track. Is your Assetto username the same? He's gone to the shadow. Facts. Oh, that was messy. Char, you need to click on the direct server link in KT announcements, like I say every time in the rules, and all that jazz. If you got Content Manager and you let Content Manager open that server link, it will work. Chasing it down. Decoy. Maybe. We're mostly just hanging out. Not actually all that close, but... you need the Japanese Pack DLC, and these are mods. Hardest car to drift, in my opinion, is a car with a broken steering rack. Or a stock angle car with a fairly stock alignment. In Assetto, I don't drive cars that are hard to drive because it's not a video game, and like harder is not better. Harder is generally worse. Just like in real life, these cars, you tune them up to be good. And if a car is hard to drive, it means it's poorly tuned or it's just not tuned. This is kind of fun because I've never driven with Decoy before, but you can tell that he's just, you know, he's just trying to get around the track. And he's doing a fine job at that. You know, not like the craziest skilled driver ever, and that's fine. But good enough to get around the track. And that's all I ask for people at Matsuri. I prefer that you can link the track, you know, at least more than half the time that you go around. He's doing that. And you can see he's now, whether he knows it or not, leading a tandem train. We're making it work. Which is kind of cool. Little bump. Hey Lyle, what is up? Spiffy, my dude, I've not seen you in a minute. Yeah, man, thank you for still supporting it. I appreciate that so much. You guys have been super generous tonight. I think I've gotten like 25 or something bucks in supers, which is very much appreciated. Nicholas, well, oh snap. Do you have any tips on how to work on your own car in real life? Prep it for drifting if you only have an apartment parking spot to work with. Okay, yeah, we can talk about that. I'm going to go to clips for a second because there's no point in staring off into space here for the point in time that I talk about all that jazz. Okay, let's see. See what we got. We will enjoy some car background images. All right, excellent question. So, do you have any tips on how to work on your own car in real life, mostly to prep it for drifting if you only have an apartment parking lot spot to work with? So if your car is, there's two types of prep, right? There's like my car is stock and I need to tune it so that I can go drift. And then there's my car is tuned enough and I'm like getting it ready for a drift event. I'm gonna assume you mean the first one, but let me know if you don't. In a nutshell, I would say, I mean, you want a low profile jack, you want a couple of jack stands. Sometimes I find it easier to actually work elsewhere than an apartment because I've lived that life before. I had a place that I was living at one point in time when I needed to put coilovers on my car. It was the first time I'd done coilovers. It was not really going to be an option to do that in the parking lot because if the landlord decided that they didn't like the look, they were probably just going to ask me to bounce, and I'd be stuck with the car half apart and not really able to do that. So first thing I'd say you want to do is make sure that you have a reasonable understanding of the rules for that area and what the property owner is going to do. You might run it by them and see if they're like, hey, my car's going to be on jack stands for like the weekend or overnight one night, and see if they're like, absolutely not. And then depending on what they say, you can choose to push to try to bend the rules a bit or not. I actually went behind an arcade in a parking lot because the place I was at was not going to be cool with it, and I needed more room than what I had. Outside of that, use YouTube. Get a Haynes or a Chilton's manual. If you got an S chassis and maybe other cars too, you can generally find the factory service manuals as well. Get equipped so that before you even start the project, you basically know what size sockets and everything that you're going to need. You have a full, fairly competent understanding of how it goes together so that you minimize the time you spend working. Like for me, when I was learning a lot, it took a long time because as soon as something didn't work exactly the way I thought it would, I'd start second guessing myself and have to, spend some time online double checking what I already thought I knew about how to do the project. And then eventually it's like, well, this should be the right thing, so I'm just gonna, apply more force and see if it breaks or not. Or I learned, oh, I missed a step, this is still attached, whatever. So that would be kind of my biggest thought. As far as basic tools that you need, 130 piece socket and ratchet set with some wrenches is plenty. I mean, I don't even use wrenches that much. A crescent wrench pretty much covers it for alignment and stuff. But just a good metric socket set is pretty much all that you need. And they usually come in a kit with SAE as well, so you might as well get one of those. A low profile, 2-ton or 3-ton aluminum jack is really good. And if you're going to be working just, out of the car basically, then that's something that's fairly light as far as jacks go, so you can carry it up and down stairs from your apartment or whatever pretty easily. And I always like to work with a couple of jack stands and a 2x4 or something if I need to set the car down onto those jack stands so that it doesn't eat into the frame rails or anything. So I don't know if that's exactly what you're looking for, but that's pretty much what I do. And then I try to do jobs that are not going to take too long. Stuff that I have done is tightened up my cable e-brake so that I can just use the cable e-brake to drift the car instead of having to install a hydro. I put on coils. Coils are 3 bolts on the top, 2 bolts on the bottom for the front, and then 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom for the rears. They're pretty quick. Upgraded brake pads, especially in the rear, to change the car's brake balance and give a little bit more rear bias. Stuff like that. So, little small jobs, and really it's all about the research. It's so nice to be able to watch videos and literally see a person with your exact car take everything off. If you get a good tutorial YouTuber type of person, they'll tell you okay, we're going to take off the brake caliper bracket. It's a 13mm socket, so you can notate all that stuff down. And even now, I've got a garage. I can kind of take my time and eyeball it. But when I'm doing something that's a little bit more involved, I'll usually watch a video before I do it too, just so that I have like a good ability to do this in my brain before I actually have to do it in person. And that will speed you along. Yeah, I'm happy to help, and thank you for your support of me and the channel. I really appreciate that. Oh yeah, anything that ChrisFix does. I'm so stoked that he got into drifting. I kind of wish that, like, I don't know, I wish I could drive with him. He's probably good at drifting by now, but when he first got into it, I'm sure he wasn't great. Nobody is when they first get into it, unless they have a ton of sim practice. You're not going to be one-handed selfie video filming while you're drifting, unless you've got a fair bit of seat time. So, like, being able to connect with him back in at that point and, like, help him would have been kind of cool, just to speed along his learning journey. But who knows? Maybe I'll get a chance to do something with him for IRL content at some point. I doubt it, but it'd be cool. Yeah, so back to driving. We're gonna go back to clips, so you guys can continue enjoying the Shaka sign coming off the 240 as I ride that dirt line. Takoya, yeah man, you were doing fine. You were doing just fine. Perky, welcome back. Good to see you. Can I talk about how the G29 can be used by drifters? Yeah, it certainly can. So, essentially, all right, here we go. I just had to get that gear all set up. The thing about a G29 or any wheel that's not a belt drive wheel really is that you're going to have a slower wheel rotation speed. So as you've seen, my wheel can go faster than I can throw it right now. My wheel can go quite quick, and the more budget tier wheels that you get down into, they rotate a little slower and a little slower. There's a couple of things that you can do. I have a settings Logitech channel on my Discord, which I will link in chat right here, which is a good place to start. Several folks in the community have posted up some settings or shared some settings with me that are a good start. Generally, you're going to want to disable the centering spring, run FFB check and a LUT. That is all going to help your wheel self-steer a little bit more effectively. You're still going to be running into a hardware-based limitation where it can't self-steer like mine does, but it will make it, what I would say, less bad. And again, no hate, it's just kind of a limitation. So then, second of all, you've got a wheel that doesn't transition as quick. It doesn't countersteer as quick. What that means for you as a driver is that you need to make sure that you don't transition your car quite as quick, and that you help the wheel transition faster. That's essentially the two extremes that you can control. You can help the wheel transition faster by, like, let's say we're drifting in this direction, right? So we are sliding the car out this way, so we're countersteering this way. When you get ready to transition to go this direction, your hand that's on the top of the wheel, grab the wheel and throw it like this. When the car starts its transition, that's going to help the wheel start getting up to its maximum rotation speed, and then you may have to help it the whole way. You may have to do one of these and then, like, help a little bit more, or some combination of shuffle steering basically to help it. So, you know, top hand on the wheel, throw the wheel. You're going this way now. Top hand on the wheel when you go to transition, throw the wheel again. I don't really have to drive like that, and most people don't unless they're trying to do a really snappy transition. I still do it for certain techniques, and you'll see that in my content. But driving side with the wheel, that's what you can do. And then with your pedals down here, mainly just drive in a way that the car doesn't use crazy angle right before transition. If your car has like this much angle, odds are it's going to transition to about the same amount of angle in the other direction. So if your car has gangster angle and you're like counter steering way the hell over here, when your car transitions, it's going to be a fast transition, and it's more likely that you're going to have to struggle to keep it from spinning. Last thing is foot braking in the middle of the transition, and this I can go and demonstrate actually on track. I have no interest in tandeming with anybody right now. I'm just going to try to find some empty track Sharif, thank you. I appreciate it. So I've got to find a good spot to do this, but your foot brake is going to slow your car down. And if you foot brake during a transition, it's actually going to not only slow the car down, but it's going to slow down how quickly it changes directions. It's going to mess up the guy behind me. But if you foot brake there, when the car is facing dead ahead, it will actually reduce the amount of angle that it snaps to on the second half. So if you foot brake there, you see I actually have to give it pretty big gas to get it to go back sideways again. And now because I'm going so slow, because I keep foot braking, which is a bit of a trade-off in this case, it's causing the guys behind me to run into me a lot. But like I said, I'm not trying to be tandemed with right at this moment, because I need to be able to demonstrate this without getting bumped a lot. Car right there. Okay. Yeah, I should just make a video specifically on how to set up a G29. People might not care for it because I don't actually own one, so they're going to be like, what does this guy know? But I do understand what the options are from a driving standpoint. There we go, getting bumped again. Yeah, you can left foot brake as well, or just in general use your foot brake. You can do the same with the e-brake. I see a lot of IRL guys that are learning, or who just like rely on the handbrake a bit too much, do this where they'll use the handbrake in the same spot, right there, in the transition. Of course I look down, so it's, just trust me, watch my clutch foot, right there. And essentially what you're doing, is I again try to get people to quit tandeming with me, which is never going to work, is when the car is coming across center to transition, right? When it's facing basically straight ahead is the moment that you're going to breathe onto that brake. You don't have to Frankenstein stomp it. So experiment, you know, give it 20% pressure, 25% pressure at most, and just try that. If you give it too much, you can like straight up make the car grip up in the middle of the transition. Does my steering wheel feel tight when turning normally? Not really. I run my force feedback quite low because it's one of the benefits of a belt drive wheel. Actually run it low enough that it doesn't feel like you're driving a tractor. To predict when the lead car is going to do a slow transition or like grab e-brake and stuff if they're kind of shallow. It's so fun. What's up, Daryl? Thanks from Australia. Watch your videos every week, and your AC setup video helped lots. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I'm very glad for that. I gotta apologize, actually, to all my regulars who are still watching, because I feel like it's been a really dry, like, a month or so. I haven't uploaded a whole lot of videos compared to what I usually do. I try to go for one weekly, and of course I get the weekly live stream in, but it's just not the same if I don't get a edit done. I had an IRL event to attend. Oh, we're just gonna have to go for the burst pass just about. In fact, let's just see what happens if I actually do go for one. got into the wall just a little bit. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Distracted driving here. I'm having difficulty maintaining my train of thought, imagine that. But, I do feel a little guilty because I just have failed to get content uploaded as much for August and September. I've got my IRL car fixed again, and so that is changing the equation of how I spend my time a little bit. Because I do have to do more event prep and things of that nature. And I may make some content about that while I'm doing it. I certainly have a drift event vlog that's going to come out. My IRL vlogs always do absolutely terribly as far as YouTube is concerned. So it's a bummer because I know that a handful of group of like hardcore people enjoy it, but all the folks that are just into gaming are like, yeah, whatever, and quit watching instantly. So they usually don't do all that great. But it's a labor of love, so I upload that and edit those. I got one of those in the oven right now. We're gonna go inside of that car. And then, yeah, it's just life stuff. Kind of had a difficult couple of months, but I do hope I've got a new video that's I'm kind of in the planning stages for it that I'm pretty excited about. There was a point in time earlier on in my YouTube career where I was basically trying to make a video every week, no matter what, essentially whether it was going to be a good video or not. And I don't know that I made a ton of like terrible videos, but I can make better content essentially. And I've kind of shifted over to, if I don't feel like I've got a pretty strong video, then it had better be IRL content. But if I make like a game or game theory type video, it's got to be something that I think is going to deliver pretty strong value for people. And so as a result, just between like learning and planning for all that, there has been a little bit of a period where I haven't been uploading much, but that doesn't mean I haven't been working hard on the channel. Too much. Out. That was pretty rad. I was ranting a little bit there. Sorry. If I missed your chat message, just drop it again. Gotta love seeing those KameTrick stickers on these liveries. Car tells you, hey man, don't worry, you can hold a little bit more angle there. Oh, very nice on the teleport to pits. Sucks when it happens, but everybody in a server appreciates it when you have that map to something that you can reach quickly, whether it's your spacebar over there, well, over here like that, whether it's your wheel button, or whatever else. Shifting throw so far with my new shift knob in a Honda Sonata. I'm not even paying attention because I'm reading chat. Oh god, that was terrible. I'm just going to have to bobsled to get a position and actually drift with somebody. power but no internet, so I've been practicing on VR first person. Very good. VR is a good way to do it. Oh no, we just pulled out right in front of that guy. It's like a Mario Kart move. Sorry, I thought it was Gran Turismo for a second. This is sort of a chaotic neutral tandem here. What's up, Colleen? How are you? I just don't know what to make of some of that. I'm gonna wait for a different train. Clearly, that is not my train. What is up, Austin? All the info that you need to know is in the good old Discord. This map is Sumisudo Kart. Your link to download it can be found right there. Oh, unlucky. Oh, he's gonna keep rolling with it, alright. Oh man, that heavy ass braking in the transition. I don't think that was necessary, but maybe it was. We'll see. If I get brake checked every other transition, then we'll know that we just drive differently. Yeah, the Clutch Kickers track is great. This is a solid one as well. When you're a beginner looking for tracks to practice, you generally want tracks where the average speed is about the same. Yeah, this driver just uses the brake a lot more than I do. Like if I was in front of him, I would probably just leave. And I want to pass and find out if that's true, so I'm going to do that. I just want to know, if he's trying to follow me, does he keep up? And is it because, if he does, that he drives different? Because I feel like he uses a ton of brakes, and I'm just like throwing in almost no brakes. So I'm really curious. Of course, you're always slower in drift than you think you are, and if the chase car adjusts, then things don't work the way that you think. Like, I use a whole different gear when I'm not tandeming. So. Oh yeah, he's like already a turn and a half behind me. Okay, well, that's fine. No disrespect, just kind of like, That was not just my imagination. I can adapt to follow people that brake really hard when I don't need to brake at all, but it's just very, not what I would predict. I talk about this in some of my videos, but essentially, when you're tandeming, my theory on how to do it is to learn a track that you can link solo. Know kind of like when you turn, when you initiate, when you brake, what gear you use, and then use that as what you'd call like a base map to assume that you assume everybody drives it like you do, but give them like 2 or 3 car lengths and watch them up to third here. And then we're just going to use throttle, angle stall down to second, coast, clutch kick back out. See, I don't even e-brake or left foot brake that. So go for it, glad you got a wheel. But you know, assume that everybody's going to drive like you, so make sure that you know how to drive a track before you try to tandem on it. This is generally what I do. And then drive conservatively behind somebody and see if they actually drive like you do or not. And then after about 2 laps of that, fill in the gaps and go get on the door. But if there's a big enough difference in how somebody attacks the course and how you do, of course that doesn't always work. We're literally dragging the tail against the wall. That was awesome.
Shuriken the 180SX is just the World Drift Tour Street 180SX. Assuming that you have the Japanese pack DLC, you should be fine. Favorite FD driver? I mean, there's a lot to like. I like the consistent performance skills that Osbo and James Dean had or have. I like the flair, style, and general attitude that Denofa brings. Matt Field is looking really strong, and he seems like a good guy that's about as competitive as I could tolerate. Like, if you're much more competitive than that, then I feel like it just turns you into a huge jerk. But Matt seems like an ultra competitive, but still like ultimately pretty good dude. I feel like people get kind of weird when they get overly competitive. True, Adam LZ does count now. I've watched him as a YouTuber enough that, like, before that I kind of forget that he's a pro licensed driver at this point, but of course he is. One thing I appreciate about Adam is his journey. Like, he has been putting himself out there on YouTube since he sucked at drifting, and you've gotten to watch him become so skilled. And I think a lot of people find it really easy to hate on somebody. But, like, if you're not on the other side of the camera, you don't know what it's like to put yourself out there and, you know, share what you're doing with the world, but also open yourself up to a world of criticism and critique. And it can be harder than you would think. I mean, there's benefits, especially when somebody is as successful as Adam is, because he's able to make his living off of doing that. So it's okay. It kind of comes to the territory, but, you know, it takes some guts, and it takes a thick skin. Not everybody's cut out for it. So that's like an additional layer, and something that I feel like generally, unless somebody is like a total two-faced scumbag, which Adam is not, then you should give a YouTuber respect for that, like, all by itself, in addition to whatever it is that you watch them for and hopefully they're good at. But it's cool to be transparent about your learning journey. I wish that I could have been making YouTube content about drifting back when I sucked and I was learning it, because, like, I think that's really relatable, you know? It's cool to know that if you're trying to get into this and you're struggling and you're frustrated and you're wondering, am I ever going to be able to get it, that you can look at somebody now who you really look up to, and, you know, it's probably not me, but maybe I'm that person, and say, like, oh, that guy, he was just as confused as I was, and he figured it out, you know? Like, it took practice, it took some trial and error, but he got it, and now look what this guy's doing. Like, I think that's inspiring, so I always like seeing that. Kristaps is a machine. Yeah, Kristaps is awesome. There's so many people. Shot a car, got the cars downloaded. Good. Livery pack, and we're ready for Twitch time as well. So, livery packs, I haven't posted them in a while. I think there's a livery downloads channel, actually. But if you just search the Discord for skins, you'll find skins for both World Drift Tour Street and Deathbush Garage, which are the two packs I run the most. We like the real 180. Thank you very much, Mateo. I appreciate you. Do I remember from last stream? I mean, I think I remember you from last stream, but congrats again. I said that before. I'm getting a wheel. Very, very good. Hopefully you can join in. We are going to switch over to Twitch. So, here's the deal. Check the chat right there. Twitch.tv/KameTrick. That's where we're going to go. What I would love for you guys to do
is to take about a 5-minute break, grab a drink of water or a snack or whatever it is that you do to chill out, and then hop over to the Twitch channel. I'll be live here in just a little bit. We got 2 more tracks, and if you have a Prime Gaming sub and you haven't used it to support a creator you love, please allow me to farm it. It does help me out. It's going to go into getting some tires for the next drift event that I'm going to next month, so I would appreciate your help, and I'll see you on Twitch. Peace out, guys.
You